While Coach Stephen is doing his evermost best to become Thor, I'm going to be going down the Tom Hardy route. Which means for my particular transformation it's going to be slightly different. Becoming Tom Hardy! So for my transformation, basically what I'm going to do is I've got to really ramp up my protein. At the moment my body weight is sitting around 210 pounds. I believe Tom Hardy was, and I'm going to go off the movie Warrior here, that's when he was in his best shape I think. He weighed about 185 in there. Now 185 pounds would be quite adventurous for me to get to, so I think if I could get down to about 195, I think I'd be in a good fighting fit condition. And for me to do that, it's going to be a long haul. First off, I'm going to be aiming for 300 grams of protein per day. So I'm going to give you a close-up of what that's going to look like. That's a lot of chicken. So I'm trying to get them from varied sources. Got protein shake, which makes things nice and easy. Now, top tip that I like to give out, I always wake up in the middle of the night, about 2 in the morning, give or take, I need to pee. So what I do is I keep a protein shake ready in the fridge or out here. And that way what I do is go to the toilet, come through, knock back the protein shake, back to bed, just to keep the muscle building going on. It's a tip I've done for years. It's really easy done. If you don't naturally wake up in the middle of the night, don't do that because you'll just disturb your sleep. I naturally wake up, I've managed to knock it back quick enough, which is fine. So generally I start off my day either with a protein shake, depending on what time I'm starting work, or if I've got a bit more time, I get some eggs on the go, either scramble them or make them into a nice omelette. I tend to go with chicken when I'm out and about. I like to cook up everything in advance. Basically what we're going to be doing is aiming for 300 grams of protein. Now that's, like I say, that's a lot. So it'll be tuna, making use of mackerel. I'm going to come back to mackerel in a minute because it is very, very dangerous. I'll explain why. But first thing in the morning, I also like to get my creatine in. I go with the creatine tablets that you can get. You can get different forms of creatine, but the good thing about these tablets is they come with glucose attached. Therefore I don't necessarily have to worry about having orange juice to mix it with. They're nice and easy to take. I don't do the preloading. I've tried creatine so many different ways over the years. I just take 5 grams every single day. I used to take 5 grams every day and an extra 5 grams after training, but I felt that I held a lot of water retention doing that. So I just take 5 grams every day. At the moment, I think I'm 4 weeks into the creatine, so I've put a bit of water weight on there. I usually just run out the bag. The big bag carries, I think, 180 capsules. Run them out, give it a rest for a couple of weeks, rinse and repeat. Make full use of Greek yogurt, good source of protein in there as well, and you can get this low sugar syrup. You can get online. Basically that's sort of butterscotch flavour, and you put that over the top of your Greek yogurt. Oh, delicious, absolutely delicious. Other than that, my bread and butter, and I hate to say that because there's literally no bread and butter in this. But my bread and butter of the diet is going to be chicken and broccoli. And very little carbs. I'm going to miss those buggers. Yeah, for me, for my body type, I go low carb. I get all my carbs coming from vegetables. And there is carbohydrates inside. There's a wee bit of carbs in the Greek yogurt. There's a little bit of carbs in my saviour here, my peanut butter. This is my go-to if I'm ever feeling like cheating. So if I'm really craving a carb, I'll get a spoon, it's stuck in a peanut butter, big, straight in, yum. So did I mention there's no carbs? Yeah, this is going to be quite tricky. It gets really, really tricky. After 4 or 5 days, you start to get the itch you really want. And it's even harder because I'm going to cover training, or the training regime that I'll be doing in another video. However, I will mention here that I will be doing quite a lot of cardio. I need to get the conditioning. So when you're doing a lot of cardio and you don't have the carbs coming in, you're in a world that hurts, basically. I'm going to come round to the mackerel. So I mentioned just previously, it's quite dangerous. Now, it's not dangerous to everyone, it's just particularly dangerous to me. And it's more about where I live. Now, I go for just tin mackerel. You know, you get a lot of pros and cons eating things out of tin. It's nice and easy, comes with a nice sauce, it's delicious, and crack open it, away you go. The problem is that whenever I open one of these, my wife smells it. Even if she's not home, she can smell it. She goes, blitz, oh, bananas. She's not a happy puppy at all. So I tried lots of different things, you know, because obviously I used to like heating it up. So I eventually had to stop heating it up. And when I opened the tin, I would then rinse the tin, wrap the tin up in a bag, put it straight in the bin, kind of hoping that it would reduce the smell. And then I resorted to having to take the bag straight outside in the bin. But still, she's like, you've had mackerel, you've had mackerel. The fact that she's pregnant at the moment, her senses are through the roof. She's like Wolverine with her scent. You know, it's still in the tin, she can smell it. So, yeah, it's very, very dangerous for me to have mackerel in the house. So there's nothing else for it. My only solution, which she suggested, is eat it outside in the garden. Also going to show you my secret weapon, dog bone. Very, very high in protein. Secret weapon, don't tell too many people about this. Actually, disclaimer, I don't eat dog bones, that's just for a laugh. Please don't eat dog bones, I swear. So that's the plan. So basically it's the 300 grams of protein per day, getting from mixed sources. I try where possible to have one shake a day, maximum two. So if it's a training day, I'll have the shake right after training, and then the second one will be the middle of the night shake. I try not to rely too heavily on supplements. Getting a lot of tuna in there, chicken breast. Every now and again I will go for red meat, but at the moment I'm just veering away from it. Not sure why, I actually just not fancied it. Lots of vegetables. I've got my go-to with the Greek yogurt. So again, for my treat, it's kind of like a pudding if you like. If I'm really struggling, got the peanut butter. And when I'm really starting to think of carbs, I've got the dog bone. Okay, I can't bag that up. It's not the dog bone, it's the peanut butter again. Alright, right. So, follow the transformation. Let's get stuck in. Becoming Dom Hardy!